Hey everybody, it's Victoria and I'm back with another project for the Hip Kit Club design team. Today I'm making two quick and easy cards with mixed media as the focus. Today is Mixed Media Monday, and I hope that you are taking advantage of some of the wonderful mixed media products that are available in the shop. Now I'm making a simple 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out some of the images that I want on my card. I'm also going to use some Shimmerz paints that come with the mixed media kit. So I'm going to stamp these beautiful flowered images, and these are by Vicki Boutin that did come in the kit. I'm going to stamp the larger flower as well as the smaller flowers. And what I want to go for is a painted sort of watercolor look, and it's not going to be perfect. I just kind of want it haphazard. The first thing I'm going to start with is the Shimmerz Sunflower. This is a Shimmerz paint. Using paint as a mixed media element is an easy entryway into incorporating mixed media somehow in your scrapbooking projects or card making projects or any projects that you plan to make. When I first learned how to use mixed media, I started with small projects like cards and kind of worked my way up. Now, not only can I use these beautiful painted flowers with this shimmer mist and whatnot on a card or maybe a traveler's notebook, but I can cut a whole bunch of them out and use them on a layout as well. The next paint I'm using is Wisteria Lane, and this is another Shimmerz paint. And you saw me mixing up the paint in those little jars with a paintbrush. The next one is the Creameez. Now those come solid, and all you have to do is activate them with some water, and you see me mixing that up. And I'm going to use that to paint my flowers as well. I'm not going for anything perfect. Again, I want sort of that haphazard watercolor look, but all of these particular products, the Shimmerz as well as the Creameez, have some type of iridescent shine to it. So once these are dry, they are going to look beautiful. Next up, I want to take some Vibez, and this is Pop Art Pink. This is a mist, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some of that pink all over those flowers. It doesn't matter where it lands. I just want to make sure that some of that pink appears on the flowers. Now, I'm impatient. I like my stuff to dry quickly, so I'm going to use my heat tool to dry up those flowers. And as you can see, as I'm bending the paper, you can see some of that iridescent shine. Now, in the stamp kit, you get a set of dies for the flowers, one for the large, medium, and small flower. I'm going to run that through my Bic shot. I'm going to do that for each flower. And there we go. My nice die cut flower. Here are all the rest of them that I'm going to use on the cards as well. And anything that I have left over, I'll use on another project. Now I went ahead and cut out my card base using some of the pattern paper from the kit, as well as some white cardstock, and I just used a border die to create that dotted border. I'm going to add some dimension to this card panel, so I'm going to grab some fun foam, and notice that it's purple. That was done purposely, since I have some purple in my products that I was using. I went ahead and adhered that white panel, and now I'm just going to lay my flowers flat. I could add some dimension to those flowers by popping them up on foam dots. It's always an option. But in a minute here, I'm going to stamp out a sentiment. I'm going to put that against black cardstock, using also some white embossing powder, because I want that stamped sentiment to really stand out. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment, "You are amazing," or actually it's "You're amazing." And that again is from the Vicki Boutin stamp set that I used along with those flowers. Put a little bit of white embossing powder, heating that up. I'm going to cut those into strips, and then I'm going to make little fishtails there, trying to decide if I just want to keep it a long strip or a short strip, but I changed my mind. I'm going to cut little fishtails. Then I'm going to adhere those sentiments on the card using some dimensional foam from Stampin' Up! And that's going to give that sentiment a little bit of height and presence on that card. I try not to make my cards too terribly bulky because I do want them to ship nicely through the mail. And these two cards are going to go to some friends of mine. So it was perfect that I decided to do this project this Monday. So now I already have these cards already done and they look fantastic. So the panels of my cards are done. All I have to do is add just a couple of more little elements. So I grabbed some of the enamel dots again from the kit, and I'm just sprinkling those to the top and bottom of the clusters just to add a tiny bit more dimension, but not too much. Again, I don't want it to be bulky. So I add about 3 there on that card panel. Then I'm adding another 3 with colors that coordinate very well with not only the colors of the paint, but as well as the paper that I'm using as my one of my panels. So I'm going to adhere all of that to my card base. Again, this is a A4 size card. I think that's right. And there we go, two completed cards, a 2-for-1 there, using those beautiful Shimmerz paints and the Creameez. And look how pretty, that nice sort of haphazard watercolor look. And it has the added benefit of that iridescent shine. For more information about Hip Kit Club kits, head on over to the Hip Kit Club website and check out the mixed media kits. Until next time, guys, have a good day.